What up, it's Dane here. In this video I'm going to be telling you how to set your calorie macros or macronutrients, whatever you want to call this shit, in order to pack on some mass. So let's go straight into the video. First of all, you need to set your calorie surplus. You need to be in a positive energy balance in order to gain mass. Don't want to get too much into that. I could do it in every single video. However, let's get it. So 15, quick formula, 15 times your body weight in pounds. Once you have that number, that's your maintenance, plus 500. That's how many calories you need to eat per day to be in a positive energy balance, right? Now, we need to get your target body weight, right? Meaning, say if you're 180 pounds and our aim here is to gain mass, right? Say we want to be 200 pounds, right? So that's going to be a target body weight. And pick a realistic body weight. Don't go from being, say, 180 pounds to 250 pounds in a matter of 2 months. And remember, I just made a video on this the other day. You have a genetic muscular potential, meaning aim for these kind of numbers, right? So say if you're 180 pounds and you're a real beginner, right? Aim for about 2 pounds of muscle per month, meaning you can gain about 24 pounds of muscle per year. And this is like on a high end range, right? You need to understand that everyone's got different hormonal levels, genetic stuff like this. So just aim for a real modest number kind of thing, a realistic number, right? If you've been training for about 2 years, you're aiming for about 1 pound of muscle per month, and that's again 12 pounds per year. And in 3 years, it's about 6 pounds of muscle per year. And you already know the deal, 0.5 pounds of muscle per month. So I don't want to get too much into that and bore you, but that's how it works. Pick a realistic number, get your total or even target body weight, right? Now once we have that, let's set our protein intake. So for protein intake, I generally recommend 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, just as a standardization, especially if you're in a calorie surplus. If you're trying to gain mass, you have more than enough nutrients in order to build some mass, right? Whereas if you're in a deficit, that shit needs to go up a little bit. However, that's just a general baseline that I throw out all the time. So set a protein intake. It's going to be, say my target body weight is 200 pounds, right? So it'll be 1 times 200, which gives you 200 grams of protein. Or is it 200 times what? I don't even know. 200, that'll give you 200 grams of protein for your macronutrients, right? Now, keep this number in mind. I'll put all this shit on the screen so I don't confuse you too much. However, the total calories that's going to come from protein would be 200 times 4. Now, the reason I times it by 4 is because there are 4 calories. There are 4 calories per gram, right, of protein. So if we have 2 grams of protein, it'll be 8 calories. You know what I'm trying to tell you here. So keep that number in mind. So it'll be 200 times 4, which I think is 800, right? 800 calories coming from protein. Now for fats, generally, again, it's a range of, say, 0.4 to 0.7. Again, I'm just throwing it out here. There are a lot of individual preferences that come into play, so I'm just going to say 0.5. So now it'd be 200 times 0.5, and I don't know what the hell that is because I don't do maths in public. However, once you have that number, times that number by 9. And the reason I'm timesing it by 9 again is because there are 9 calories per gram. So 9 calories per 1 gram of fat, that's why I'm timesing it by 9. So once we have that number, that's the amount of calories coming from fat. Again, I'm putting this on the screen just to make it more clear for you, if I remember. So now carbohydrates is a little bit more complicated. However, you just leave carbohydrates for chance, right? So you don't do anything to calculate this except this. So say we did our calorie maintenance in this case would be, say, remember, 15 times our body weight in pounds. So 15 times 200, man. What the oh, I don't know. Just let's say it's 2,500. I hope it is this. Anyway, so 2,500. I can't do maths at all in public, man. 2,500, right? That's how many calories we need to eat in a surplus, right? That's our surplus for this in this case. So once we have that, that's going to be a target body weight. Take that number, and again, I'll put this shit on the screen so I don't confuse you too much. Take that number and minus that number by the number from protein and fats together, right? So say it would be 800 plus the total calories from fat. Once we have that number, then it equals to another little number. And once we have that number, we divide that number by 4. The reason why we're dividing that by 4 again is because there are 4 calories per gram in carbohydrates. So that will give you, say, I don't even know how much, let's say 250 grams of carbs, right? I don't know the exact number. However, for the 4th time, I'll put this shit on the screen so I don't confuse you way too much. However, that's basically how to calculate your calorie macros. And to be really honest with you, man, when I'm bulking, I don't even calculate this shit. I just make sure I get enough protein in for the day, and that's the most important thing. And in fact, the second most important thing, I'm so tired, man, just chill for a minute. And then the most important thing is obviously the positive energy balance. So I don't really give two shits about my fats because I kind of get that anyway. And then carbohydrates, I'm always eating that shit. One thing I have to mention though is, generally when you're eating a calorie surplus, you are getting enough carbohydrates generally. But if you're really training intense, high volume, high frequency, you're active all throughout the day, then maybe your carbohydrates need to go up a bit and your fat down a bit. And one thing you have to mention as well, fat is important for hormone regulation and stuff like this. So just pick between what feels best for you. That said, you already know the deal. Hope I didn't confuse you too much. I spoke quite fast, but man, it's tough times right here with the energy levels. Anyway, subscribe down below, leave a comment, let me know if I confused you way too much. However, stay positive, stay smiling, stay swole, build muscle, let's get it. I'm out.